I'm Courtney's daddy, and she is her. That's what's up when a dad is so concerned about his kid that he sacrificed waking up early in the morning.
Okay, stay with me because it's really be kind of deep.
How does it feel being a basketball player, WNBA player, like a pro?
Yeah.
I became famous off of cheering on the sideline.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm Courtney's daddy.
And I'm her.
And she is her, Courtney. So I became famous off of cheering on the sideline. Just dancing and cheering like,
for sure.
Every time she had a basket, go Courtney, yeah. Then I know, he's so crazy, he's so crazy. I'm like, I'm just doing what a dad's supposed to do, right?
Right.
I thought that's what it was. I thought it was normal, but obviously it's not normal because it's been 10 years. And I started year one.
Facts.
I've been running this role, man. And I had to come up with a plan, like, I'm gonna afford to keep going to all these games because they ain't paying the WNBA girls that much, few dollars, few chips. That's enough to eat dinner with, you know? So I got a semi-truck, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna book me a load to wherever Courtney at, and I'll make money going, you know what? And get to see the game.
Facts.
And I did that for the first 5 years, didn't it?
Yeah.
I wore that thing out, boy.
You did. You was in that semi. You was in that shit. Hey, facts.
Coming through.
Hey, having to go pick you up from the truck stop.
Yeah.
Tell me, hey, Courtney, I gotta park the truck here. Come pick me up from the truck stop. All right, bro. I got you.
Truck stop I can find. Truck available. Back that big thing up. Let's go to the
Hell
game.
Yeah.
On the sideline. Court, can you give me some courtside tickets? I got you. That's where I want to be, courtside, baby.
The people fell in love with you for sure.
I say, dang, little old me. Little old me. I can't believe it. It's like, Pops, can I take a picture with you? For real, me? Yes.
The boy, hell, man. He is hell.
I promise you, boy, they gave me the big head.
Hey, that's what's up, though, man, because, hey, we done seen some hard times, though. We done been down bad. And it's like now, when you be to the point where it's like, damn, like, I could just make money from sitting down talking.
I mean,
like, folks really out here getting a bag from just sitting down and telling people what they feel and their thoughts and their opinion. Like,
and I got a lot of thoughts.
I was just gonna say, and I got a lot to say, bro.
And
I got a lot
they're
to say.
pretty good, too, because I'm pretty intelligent. You know what I'm saying?
I can sit in any room talking basketball with anybody, straight up. So we finna talk basketball. We gonna talk lifestyle. We gonna talk the journey. We gonna talk about everything, anything, and everything.
So
that's what we gonna talk about.
You got a good rating from the little broadcasting you did.
The little pod me and Gray did?
No. When you was on the broadcasting
sideline. You talking about when I did the broadcast? Yeah. Everybody love that. Everybody love that.
So we need to do a game one day too. You know, actually commentate the game.
Just
just great freestyling off the mic while they playing, play by.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Like Eli Manning and Peyton Manning. They would knock them off. Eli and Peyton for real though.
They definitely in a different lane than us, but I definitely think we can definitely be up there in this lane. Especially because it ain't really nobody out. I ain't gonna say nobody, but what I will say, consistently talking basketball that's actually in it. Like, I'm in the W, I'm in Unrivaled, you know what I'm saying? And I'm honest. And you honest.
And I got a child in the WNBA.
Feel me? So it ain't like we even coming from like that outside perspective, like
of sports, yeah.
It's like, bro, we really in this. Like, I know the tea. Feel me?
And then we can really break it down.
We can really break it down and really just give
but
like.
we know sports, period.
Our honest opinion,
we can freestyle
bro.
on any sports, like basketball, football, hockey, tennis. You know what I'm saying?
Anything competitive, but I definitely think we need to stick with the basketball because I'm locked in there. Like,
true.
I can talk basketball, especially women's basketball. We gonna talk women's basketball.
Can you critique women honestly?
For sure.
The ones that got bad game and ain't looking good.
That's what I'm saying. That's
knowing
what
that it's woman drama when you talk about a woman.
That's what we here to do. That's why this is our lane, because I feel like sometimes it just be a little too nice. Like, we gotta be honest, bro. And the thing is, I'm the perfect person for it because I'm gonna stand on everything I say.
True.
And everything that I say on the pod is something that I would tell any player, whether it be my teammate, whether it be somebody I'm playing against. Basketball is basketball. Y'all know what y'all did. Just like I know what y'all did. Just like I know what I did. Because I do feel like women's basketball is super nice, it's kind of always like this. I don't want to step on your toes, so let me critique you nicely. And I also think it sometimes lean into the fact that we women too. I feel like it's hard.
I was about to say that. You are a woman. You know what I mean? You know, we do give y'all, open the door for y'all still. You know what I'm saying?
No, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's hard sometimes for men to critique women because I do feel like sometimes it gets so emotional. But it's like, look, man, keep your emotions out of it, bro. Our pod is a place of truth. That's the first thing we want to establish, that the things that we talk about, we gonna tell the truth, no matter whether you telling me about the game that I had, I went out there and I was ass, you gotta tell me the truth.
Well, I'm gonna put myself in that category of my 3 idols. I got 3 that I feel I'm gonna fit right in that category who do just what you just said.
What that?
You know, Charles Barkley, Stephen A, and Charlamagne the God.
Oh, okay. That's how you gonna be giving it up.
Yes, I'm giving it. Throw it out there, boom, keep it 100.
Gotta keep it 100,
Everybody
man.
love them.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you gotta respect the truth. So I feel like, you know, whether it rub you wrong, make you feel some type of way, whether you love it and you want to hear more of it. As long as you stay tuned in, man. Stay tuned in. But
girl, and then another dynamic of this thing is me and you, women's basketball, father, daughter.
For sure.
Father of a gay daughter.
Right. Facts.
You know what I mean? I be forgetting about that dynamic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got father and daughter, but then you got father and gay daughter. You know what I'm saying? The dynamics, and that's something we could talk about too. You know what I mean?
For sure. And I also think that that's a super, like, not so much seen. You feel me? Like, it's not, you don't always see, especially black men, supporting they gay kids. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like the way that you give it up behind me, like, I feel like it's commendable. You see what I'm saying? Because, you do see dads like the LeVar Balls and, you know what I'm saying? Like, dads giving it up like that behind their sons. But you never really see black fathers giving it up behind their daughters. Like, especially the way that you do. You see what I'm saying? Because you just so out loud and you like, hey, this who I am. I'm first name Courtney, last name Daddy.
My word.
I mean,
what's my name? What's my name again?
First name Court, last name Daddy.
Ooh, that's me. Proud of it too.
And you let everybody know it. You make sure whenever you step in the room, everybody feel, you know what I'm saying, who just stepped into the room. And I feel like it's not a lot of dads. Like, yeah, dads show up, but most of the time they behind the scenes, they keeping it cute. But you, man, thank you.
That's the thing. We're gonna actually invite those dads on the show.
Yeah.
We're gonna have that conversation with the dad.
Get them a voice.
We're gonna blow, take flight. Hey, I would have loved that somebody would have called me to talk on the show about my daughter in the game, in the WNBA game.
For
you know
sure.
what I mean? Whether you sat the bench or whether you played, it would be nice coming from a little small town to get some recognition. Like, that's my kid.
Yeah.
You know? Ain't nothing but just on Instagram they showed, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
They on TV, TNT, and ABC, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I mean, I think just having you there is just, you bring the energy. You know what I'm saying? You always bring the energy. And I feel like too, like, I do feel like because like you did miss a big portion of when me and my sister was younger, when you did your little fed time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother story. But
tell about that one.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that one. But I feel like when you did your fed time, like you did miss like 5 years. 5 years, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like now, especially like in our adulthood, the fact that you able to be so present in all of our lives, me, Macon, Don Leia, Callie, Khalil, Donnie, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like now, especially because, I mean, I feel that you way more older. You know they say men mature way slower than women. But I feel like just seeing your maturity and the way now it's like, I'm not missing these moments now. I don't care what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Real talk though. And I feel that. It's like, man, what I gotta do? Okay, let me get in my semi-truck. Okay, what I gotta do? You feel me?
Right.
But I'm not missing these moments. You feel me? What it take for me to be there? And I feel like that's heavy. You feel me? Because I love that you're a part of the journey. You feel me? Because the reality is time don't stop for nobody. You know what I'm saying? And time is the one thing that you can't get back either. So
you can't slow it
at
down
the point that, you know what I'm saying, this all we got. We got to make sure we living it up to the fullest and taking advantage of all the time that we got. Because I ain't going to be playing basketball forever.
Nope.
And I'm a woman. I ain't got LeBron and DT time in me.
That's right.
By the time I'm 30 now. So I got maybe like a good 5. Yeah, maybe like 35. You know what I'm saying? By 35, it's like, all right, bro, my body gone.
With them dimes and passes, you can do another 10.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's what my dog told me. Scott was like, bro, your game, you don't really get beat up a lot. So I'm like, all right, you right, maybe. But in my head, what I'm thinking is I know that I can be elite until about 35. I ain't saying that I ain't gonna still be able to pop it, but I'm just saying playing at an elite level where I know that I'm a starter, I feel like by like 34, 35 is when I'm gonna start slowly feeling my little decline. So when you knew I was the coldest, when you knew I was gonna be cold?
I knew you was my little pitbull.
Yeah. When you knew I was a dog?
Well, I'll tell you exactly when I knew. I'll tell you the exact moment I knew. Mm-hmm. So remember I used to wake you up every morning, 7 o'clock in the morning? These are things that people don't know behind the scene that it take to make a you. You know what I mean? That jump shot ain't just come out the sky. It ain't just come. That thing, no looking ain't just come out there. It started way back then. So I had it in my head to be Venus and Serena Williams' daddy, Richard Williams. First game was tennis. That's what I wanted you to be. See how much money they making now?
Man, I wish y'all played tennis, bro.
Well, I tried to beat it into you. You know what I mean? But we couldn't find enough tennis courts to stay busy. We started now. We were hitting that ball, but we ain't had the money to be in that neighborhood. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But we had basketball courts and we had sidewalks where we can run. So my first thing, even before the basketball, I made y'all get up and run.
Yeah.
You and Donnice got up every morning. I mean, oh, Daddy, oh my gosh, get up, let's go. Start running. I said, let's go. Start crying. We start running. Cha, 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 cha. We ran all the way down there. Remember that, to the McDonald's?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
And we ran out there, go.
All you had to do was tell me it was some money on the line.
Then on the way coming back, the money, I said, all right, Courtney, you beat me back to the house, I got $20. For real? I said, yup, and I'm gonna give you a head start. Okay. Well, she was gone.
That's all I needed to hear.
Donnie's doing, she just peeling out. Courtney gone. I said, here I come. Well, I went to running out there, I'm wide open. I'm going, but she wide open. We got a long ways to go. I said, oh yeah, she gonna break down. I'm getting it. I'm in
Hold on, let me tell my perspective. So what happened was I got an older sister. Donnie, she athletic, but she ain't got as much heart as me. So money ain't move her the way money moved me. So he was like, I'm gonna give you a head start. So he backed up with Donnice. And Donnice is like, no, Daddy, I can't. She gonna fall on the ground. She gonna fall on the ground like somebody done killed her. Daddy, I can't, crying. Now, mind you, this good for me because he already done gave me a head start too. So I'm like, I'm gone. I'm like, boy, it's my $20 to lose. So boom, I'm hitting. I'm wide open too. And then you gotta think about it. Bro, the apartments that we were staying at, remember they had the flag waving. So by the time I start seeing a flag again, I say, oh my gosh, I can hold it to the flag. You had to leave Donnice. So Donnice was gone. Once you realized Donnice was over with, you was like, all right, I gotta go catch Court. I gotta go catch her. I was gone. Go ahead, back on you. I'm wide open right now. I'm like, man, I gotta get that money.
I see you, girl. I'm coming.
I hear him behind me. I'm like, no, I gotta go.
All the way at the end, she beat me right at the end.
Right at the end.
She like, then she got there like,
everything. Threw up everything. Right at the finish line. Threw up everything, bro.
I said, yep, I got me a pit bull. So that's the story of making her. That's when I knew I had. After that, I knew there was nothing she couldn't do.
I feel like when I look back on it, I feel like that was a crazy pivotal moment because it was like, dang, bro, like either I'm gonna succumb to what my body feeling is monkey on my back, or I'm gonna ignore that monkey and just deal with it once I get to the finish line.
That was the goal.
Man, I sure on everything.
To your monkey. Once you get introduced to your monkey, you and your monkey can have understanding.
Everything that you do, everything else is mental now.
Your body is shut down. That monkey, that mental. That's it. And you get over here that monkey and you still go, that makes you a champion. Champion beyond champion.
Yep.
Then that basketball game, when she started putting that basketball, everything else came easy then. Running track, high jumping. And when I see it about, Courtney did this, Courtney did, I said, oh yeah, she is there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, she killed the Little League. Should we go to the Little League?
Talking about rec league.
Rec league, so by the time she got to junior high, she was a beast. She was just running through them little girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, ain't no girls could mess with me.
She was like, boy, I was like, oh my God.
Ain't no girls
ninth grade was her
me.
come out year. Everybody loved Courtney. Y'all seen Courtney? Y'all seen Courtney? Y'all seen that new
I'm in high school now too. They wanted to move me up, but they told me I had to stick that, they wanted to move me up in 8th grade. But I don't know, folks, and we so small, they like, nah, you gotta stay with the JV, woo. So by the time I got there, we up.
You up.
We up for sure.
Jump. Everybody on her. All the boys chasing her, boom, 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 boom. So she caught hold of one little boy, you know what I'm saying, loving basketball, tight jump, you know what I mean? They in love, they the da-da-da. All right, straighten up, fly right. Oh, but she would not straighten up and fly right.
Yeah, then when we fell out real bad.
Yep, 10th grade. She ain't played the 10th grade. Oh, I was the most hated dude in the world.
No, what happened was I had got in trouble. That's when I got sent to alternative school.
Yeah,
but
you was
people
just getting
don't
in trouble left and right, fighting here, fighting over here, fighting here.
No, that is not how that. Why are you lying like that, bro? Why is you not telling the truth? So I was fighting here and fighting there everywhere.
So you ain't get put in alternative school for fighting?
I got put in alternative school for one fight.
Okay, you're fighting.
Okay, but you ain't gonna say I'm fighting here and fighting there. I got in one fight that got me sent to alternative school.
All right, fighting here, fighting now. I'll
And
think about another time.
For the record, when I had to go to the little court thing, cause before they send you alternative school, they make you have to come in and talk to the people.
Right.
And the people, me and mama went up there, talked to the people, and the people was like, this is the first time they ever had a A honor roll student have to get sent to alternative school. They said the first time. And they said that they didn't want to send me because they said I wasn't getting in trouble and my grades was good. They was like, but because I was still a part of what transpired, they said they ain't had no choice but to give me the same punishment everybody else got. But what people don't know is that you had already took me off the basketball team that year because of me and my boyfriend.
I thought that was the 10th grade.
That you took me off the team that same year. I got sent to alternative school, so everybody just assumed I couldn't play because I got sent to alternative school. When the real reason was you had already took me off the team because of my little boyfriend.
Boy, they was gonna lynch me. They was gonna kill me.
It was over with.
Over me, boy.
No, because my dudes basically was like, we ain't worried about your daddy. We gonna go travel this road and we gonna hit this road. And that's what we did. So shout out moms. And I get it though. It's like now that they always say when you get older, you gonna understand why your parents did what they did. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like now that I'm older, even though when I was younger.
You gambled on that one. That's how you lost that shit. I said, Courtney, I know the truth. You say, Daddy, no. I can't remember what it was you did. But I said, Courtney, if you lie, if you don't know, if this ain't true, you ain't playing basketball this year. You say, Daddy, for real. I said, Courtney,
no, you told me that I had to break up with him. You told me that
something that happened that I said, Courtney, you put your basketball year on it. You say, yeah, Daddy.
That is not how that went. Don't make me call mama.
What you talking about?
Bro, what happened is that we were so beefed out behind my boyfriend. We were so beefed out because you was like, he is not good for you. He got you being grown. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So we was beefed out so bad, but I felt like he was defending my honor against you. So I wasn't leaving my man. And that's just how that was gonna be. So me and you got real beefed out, and then you basically said you need to choose what you about to do. And I'm like, I'm not choosing. Especially because at the point that mama wasn't tripping, it's like, what make you think if my mama ain't tripping that me and you not finna stay beefed out? But then let me tell y'all what he did, bro. Let me tell you what he did. He went behind me and mama back. Now tell the truth. You went behind me and Mama back. You went and talked to the head coach of my high school team and told them that we haven't gonna put my mom in it. We having problems with Courtney at the house, so we taking her off the team.
It wasn't just them. It was the police. It was everybody. The principal. I had all of them in there. I had them did the back door on you. I went and met Ryan, the basketball coach.
He went and told everybody that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do because he was so beefed out with my boyfriend. He basically said that I'm not listening, so he want to take everything away from me. Mind you, didn't concur with Mama or nothing. So me and Mama left in the dark. She go to take me to practice. And the coach literally stops us at the door and says, I'm sorry, we can't have Court on the team. So now my mama like, what? Your dad came in here and he kind of told us about the situation that's going on. So we don't want to have no parts and, family matters. So we think it's best if we da-da-da-da. So, if we're going to be honest, after that, I crashed. I started crashing out. And then I went to school, got in trouble, and got sent to alternative school. So that was a bad year for me. You right.
Then
that was a bad year
grade
for me.
Year, who is this chick here? Woo,
I'm back in school.
She like flying through the sky. Boy, jumping so sweet. Nah, I do the back. Whoa, I said, oh yeah, it worked. She was not.
Oh yeah, it worked.
She was back. Her 11th grade year, after that year of no basketball, no nothing. Like me and her fight the whole year. Man, she came out of 11th year and killed it. That's when all the college got hold to her. South Florida. Shout out South Florida.
Shout out South Florida, man. That was my one and only offer.
Shout out to Carrie.
Shout out Coach Carrie Banks. Shout out Coach Menendez. Shout out Kenny Kalina, man. FGB. Kenny. We had to, FGB. That was what plugged us.
Kenny's the one plugged.
Kenny the one.
Kenny saw it. Like, I knew when somebody see your talent, they're going to know right away what this is.
For
you know what I mean?
For sure.
Like any scout, because look, scouts don't come to little small towns unless somebody tip them off. Go check this chick out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
And boy, when South Florida heard about it, ain't want nobody else to know.
Now what happened is that I went to a basketball camp at at Miami. So I went. That's where Kenny was working. Kenny was working the camp. So that's where Kenny saw me. But at this point, me and Mama, like, we thinking like, oh, we need to just go to straight basketball camps. You feel me? She like, because if you can go to the camp, then you can get right in front of all the coaches. You see what I'm saying? So boom, she jump outside on the porch and we go to the That's when we first met Kenny. He see me.
Yeah.
But that's also where they try to plug us in with Essence basketball.
Yeah.
So, Mama, she like, we need to go with Essence because they bigger.
They top dogs.
They got all the big college players on they got all the high prospects, woo. So then we go over there with Essence. But like you said, don't nobody know about little old Court. So they just got me riding a bench. You remember that?
What?
You the one who snatched me from there.
Hey, girl, take that jersey off. Get these people their jersey. Let's get out of here.
Well, let me lock in with y'all. This is what happened. So we pretty much, we with Essence now, right? And Mom, like, she on cloud nine because she like, oh, they got the Nike stuff. They one of the top programs. Like, yeah, she like, hey, we on now. So we like, all right, we finna, like, so we finna get us a scholarship. We finna get us some offers. Mm-hmm. So then we get to a tournament. It was just like
Kim.
an AAU.
That was her name.
Yeah,
Kim.
Coach Kim. I think she's still plugged in with Essence right now.
I think so too.
Yeah, so basically she put me on like the second team.
She ain't know.
She ain't know who I was, how I was.
She ain't know till later after we was gone.
She ain't know till later, till we left.
And she tried to get it back.
But in her defense, nobody knew.
Nobody
really knew but Kenny. And Kenny, he just seen it, so he was like, nah, she cold. Like, out the gate,
you can't see this girl. Like, man, the way you was doing it and giving it up.
And to be honest, I was busting ass at them camps.
Hello.
Like, I was really giving it up.
And I was in that crowd going ham then.
I was giving it up at them camps.
Y'all don't see this girl? Y'all don't see this girl
for
doing?
real.
When we left Tallahassee with Essence, with Kim, we went straight to Jacksonville. We went straight on the court with Kenny.
We literally was at a tournament. We was at a tournament. Nah, bro, what happened was we was at a tournament. She did not play me.
That's when I say give the people their jerseys
literally,
back. Let's get out of here.
It was folks that, like, no capping. We was young, but they was scrubs. Like, And I'm just sitting there
made
like,
them look like scrubs.
dang, bro, like I'm just not gonna get no PT.
That much
like
superior.
She not gonna give me no, bro. I remember you being in the crowd saying like, this our last game, it's over. He didn't even want me to finish the fourth quarter.
I don't know. I told you quit. Let's
yeah,
go.
I know. He literally packed, like we packed all my stuff up and we got up out of there. And like you said, we went straight to
17 seconds. I remember you got in the game for 17 seconds. She took you out. Now when I say take that jersey off,
it's time to go. It's time to go. We literally went straight from Tallahassee, straight to Jacksonville, right to Kenny team. Hey, and Kenny made me a starter right away. He literally put me right.
Get a jersey. You got the game. Come in.
She with us. Come on, she with us. You don't need no plays. Get her the ball. Hey. She don't need to know nothing. Hey, bro, you know them AAU tournaments. You just out there playing for real because you not practicing with these players. Everybody just coming from where they from, and you just going out there hooping. So Kenny was like, go. She a starter. Get her the ball. And that was it. That's all she wrote from there.
That was it. Then you was a starter and got
South
we got
Florida. He was plugged in with South Florida. So I think him and Coach Carey was kind of cool. So I think he basically told her like, hey, I got this kid. You need to come see by her. She cold.
For real.
And then Coach Carey came to Folkestone, was at the track meet. You remember? She was like the only one. I remember being in school to this day. My English teacher, she my favorite teacher, Miss Forick. I remember telling her, this is after I just got my offer from South Florida. I'm in her class and I'm like, I'm going to play basketball on a scholarship. And she did not believe me. Cause you know, I'm the first D1, like big, right. Coming out of folks. And so when I'm in her classroom basically saying like, I got a scholarship. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to play basketball.
Right.
She dead ass was like, she didn't believe me. And I'm like, bruh, I got a scholarship. She was like, how about this, Court? Right. If you really got a scholarship, when you do your signing day, I'll bring you a cake for your college. You think I got that cake? Come on, man. She brought that damn cake. She had to. She came up there and ain't even know what was going on. I made her come be in my pictures and all. I said, come on, this is going to be a core memory for all of us. Just so you know, bruh, I ain't had no reason to lie to you.
I remember I was there.
I know. She came in with the cake cheese and like, yeah, you feel me? Had to show what's going on.
Think about that, being the first, the first black female basketball player to get a scholarship out of this school.
Yeah.
In Georgia, South Georgia, Florida.
Full ride.
Probably in the whole area. Waycross, Camden.
I think they had like little small D1 offers, but not like nothing that could get you to the league. You see what I'm saying? Like,
then go back, you the first pro person.
No, I'm definitely the first pro for sure. I mean, it's only 144 in the world.
And then folks,
I'm one of them. Okay, it's more now. We just added 2 teams. And we're going to keep expanding. So it's more players now. But I'm just saying, when you really think about all the women in the world that want to play basketball. Like, it's so many women in the world that want to play basketball. The WNBA literally, my time coming up, only had 12 teams. 12 teams. Only literally, we got a whole show that was called 144. Think about all the women in the world, and I'm one of the 144 women that's a professional basketball player. Okay. Hey, you should give yourself a pat on the back, boy.
Chop.
Came from you.
Say 144.
You feel me?
I gotta take my bumps and bruises of what I did along the ride because
I know it.
You know, I looked at Richard Williams, you know, Serena and all that, you know what I mean? And Tiger Woods' dad. Who else that time was in that ballpark when I was coming up? Now I look at LeVar and all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I seen what his method was. You know how everybody was on it, how he was hard on his boy? Because when you're young, you won't stay straight. I wish somebody was on me like that with my athletic ability, no matter where I would be. So if the parent, most of the time, is the one that keeps your child in line, you know what I mean? Because most kids are so hungry till they don't need no guidance. They so hungry, they gonna get to the league, no matter how I go. Men, but women too though, but women definitely need a little guidance, you know what I mean?
For
Coming through there, especially what they gotta go through.
I mean, that's why it's so big when they say women's in sports. Like, it's so many women that just need to be in sports because I feel like it just create a different type of confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like now, like I feel like I could do any job in the world because I can adapt to any situation. I'm coachable. I done worked in teams. You know what I'm saying? So like when you think of just what sports is in general, and then you think of women, it's so many women now that's in so many different roles that are like roles that was only made for men at one point. You feel me?
Right.
And I like to think that the sports play a big part in that, especially when you coming up in that competitive environment. Because when you already competing at a younger age and you got to learn how to adapt, how to work with others. Like, imagine if I would have never been in sports, bro. I don't know what I'd be doing. You feel me? But yeah, no, I just feel like women in sports, man, like it's just so important. And I think the fact that I played sports from such a young age and grew up with that competitive environment, I feel like it's women that have so many different positions now that they never had in past tense, that now we breaking down those barriers to where now women can do so many things, can be in the W, can be CEOs, can start companies like Unrivaled, and can start podcasts with their daddy. You feel me?
I mean, you're a good partner to have. As I seen you last couple of days, when you put your mind in something to do it, I should have known from basketball, but
for sure.
I ain't translate that basketball into the real world skills. You know what I mean? And you possess them, man. Since we started talking about this part, you say, you know what? This is it. That's what we gonna do.
This shit.
And boy, you ain't stopped since.
We've been locked in.
I'm talking about, boy, you call agent, hey, this is what we're gonna do. I need you to find out. He say, man, that's crazy. I just sold a podcast for $900,000. What we did? $900,000.
Hey man, that put that battery in our back for sure.
Hey, podcast, where we gonna be? But you know, I'm gonna tell the truth though, where it really came from.
Tell the truth. Where it came from.
When you had bought that massage, said, hey, let's go get this massage.
Yeah. Tell my Linda.
Shai said, get Linda the massage. Bro, she sent me into a deep ecstasy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And God came to me.
Mm-hmm.
And God said, do a podcast. Podcast? I said, I got a YouTube channel. I said, forget that YouTube channel right now. Do the podcast. Then I came back and said, then it been popping like that there. As soon as you heard it.
Hey man, hold on. Let me tell a story about that right there, because they don't know that you had a shutdown. So he had to make a business decision. So
put some context in and back up why I came, the other podcast thing.
Okay, boom, this what happened. So my agent had already hit us about doing a podcast for our agency.
Right.
So then we already came and did the pod with him. But oh no, I'm skipping parts. I gotta go back. Yeah. What happened was he was supposed to come. And I told him, I'm like, hey, my agent want us to do a pod. Let me know when you get some time. And he was like, all right, boom. So we sending dates back and forth, boom, 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 boom. And he like, so we came up with a date, and he like, dang, Court, like, I gotta go to Alabama?
Alabama on an out-of-town job. I was gonna make about $3,000 that week for like 4 days.
Yeah.
My brother hooked me up with it. He was like, man, come on. You know, I said, all right, I'm going. Courtney like, what you gonna do, man? They got a pod coming up.
I say, man, they want us to come do the pod with them.
This might be a shot. People love you. They want to see you. They want to hear from you. I said, man, this might be a chance. I'm gonna say, go get this shovel or get a mic. Give me the mic.
Give me the mic. Give me the mic.
Jumped in me a runner and I was gone.
Facts.
Miami.
That's so. And now look, now we here. Okay, now we here with the pod.
We did that first podcast with the agency, Marketing, and the fam.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then we said, man, we should do a podcast. And ever since we said that, you've been in motion.
We've been in motion.
We called Marcus and, hey, yo, what's up? They're moving too slow. He said, hey, hold up. Call Sidney. Sidney, what's up? Sidney, yeah, okay, let's go.
Hell yeah.
Then you call Unrivaled. Unrivaled said, yeah, you can get that. I said, no, we done closed. Like, what? Okay, I got the people. Then you call it, Nashai, call us here. Oh, we got a studio. Boom, here we go. We here.
And that's that in a nutshell. We here.
I mean, you don't put an LLC together. When you talk about all that behind the scenes,
yeah.
So you don't put an LLC together.
No, but that's what I was just on the phone. That's what I was just on the phone with now. So we gonna get it popping. We gotta get the business side of it all together, but
check.
We in motion for sure.
She said, all you gotta do is go in there, be yourself, and talk on the mic.
Just talk on the mic, bro. We can talk on the mic. Yeah. We can talk on the mic. What's talking on the mic?
Throw something out there so I can slap across the fence. Come on. We know we're giving the people an update. Okay, we're gonna end every episode with a that's what's up out of our conversation that we just had. So Courtney, what's up? What you got out of this conversation?
Okay, boom. You know what? I feel like
give me a that's what's up.
All right, let me give you a that's what's up, man. I think.
Ooh, I got mine already.
Okay, you go first then. Hop off the porch.
You know what's up?
What's up?
It's what's up when a dad is so concerned about his kid that he sacrificed waking up early in the morning, even though he don't want to do it, just to make her a pit bull. Now that's what's up.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Come on,
clap it on. That was up. That was up. That was up. Okay. Let me see if I can talk that. What's my that's what's up moment? I think when stay with me because it's going to be kind of deep.
You ain't gonna talk this one.
I think women being in empowering roles now, man. I think that it is something that honestly, like, we see it now, but being in the W for 10 years, like, it was some shit. And it's like now to have players like not only myself, but Fee and Stu and all these players like breaking down barriers and really getting it popping for the women out there, man. That's what's up.
Okay.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. So that's how we're gonna end on them. You got two good what's up. So tune in for the next episode. Episode 1, you was here.
Believe it.
And cut.